What is going on, guys? It's the one anti-hero here. I'm bringing you that Thunder family deck profile I was talking about in my first video. This will be my first deck profile, and personally this is one of my favorite decks ever created. I've done a lot of testing with this deck. I did so many versions. I ran pretty much everything possible you could with this deck. Right now I'm testing a newer build. It's kind of meta-based, and that's why there's some cards, which I'll explain, are in there that I particularly, don't like, but let's get into it. Okay, so we got 3 Thunder Seahorse. This is obvious. 3 hunder. 2 Vylon Prism. I don't like 3 only because Evil Swarms are a deck right now. So right now they become kind of worthless with Ophion out. Even though this deck has no problems against Evil Swarms, it actually destroys them. But you'll see why with the extra deck. 3 hunder. 1 Honest. 2 Thunder King. Thunder King is strictly only in here because of Prophecy. Other than that, I probably wouldn't run any. Maybe 1, but other than that, not at all. But it's a good meta call, and it is a Thunder, so you can special summon it off of, or normal summon it, off of Paw or Miles effect. But it's okay to me. 2 Tragodia. In this deck, it's pretty good to run. I was actually running kind of fast build with no Tragodias, but Photon Thrashers, and it was okay, but Jowgen kind of shuts it down, and this deck has a little bit of hard time with Prophecy. Against Dragon Rulers, it's not that bad. I actually go like 50-50 usually. I usually beat, if it's a bad Dragon Ruler player, I'll win, but if it's a good Dragon Ruler player, it could go either way. But, yeah, Tragodia is okay. Sometimes it's really good, sometimes it's not good. Depends on the situation. And to round off the monsters, 1 effect failure. This actually should be a breakthrough skill, but I only have 1 at the moment, so as soon as I get a breakthrough skill, this is going in. Out, I mean. And if you notice, I don't run Hunder in this build. Hunder is amazing synergy-wise with the deck, but it's too slow. You already waste the turn off of using Thunder Seahorse because you can't special summon. So if you use Hunder, yeah, sure, it recycles, but it won't always be opportune. Half the time it won't be. It's good late game, but only if you're already in advantage. So you really don't need it. I know somebody's going to argue that with me. Now for the spells. The Trinity. I run all of these because 1, I have room, and 2, I know a lot of people don't run, some Dark Hole especially, but I just think it's good. I mean, it's just a good card. If you can plus off this card, you can potentially plus 4 off this card. You usually won't, but I'm just saying you could. Why not, right? 1 MST. In this format, I don't like MST. I was actually running none for about 2 months because I don't see the use for it, but at my locals, I do play a lot of rogue decks, so this is actually not a bad Tekken. 2 dualities. It's amazing off the Thunder Seahorse and Pod Duality play first turn. That's absolutely an amazing setup. 2 Forbidden Lands because you want to get your summons off and you want to get your XYZs and Synchros off. 1 Recycling Batteries to run off the spells, and I'm only running 1 because usually I draw this every game first turn, and when I was running 2, I would draw 2 first turn. So my personal preference, I cut it down to 1. You actually don't even need this card, but it is a game saver sometimes. So I'm keeping 1 until I see otherwise. Now for the traps. 2 Bottomless Trap Holes. 2 Wabkus. I was running 13 Roars, but I'm running Wabku instead because overall I just think Wabku is a better card because you can chain it anytime, and if your monster is the same attack as your opponent's monster dies and yours doesn't. So that's an amazing ruling, and I just like it. 2 Torrential. Solemn Brigade, of course. This is actually supposed to be 2 Mirror Forces, but a friend of mine took his Mirror Force back, so I'm just stuck with 1 right now. But when I do duel with 2 Mirror Forces. Compulse. 2 Compulses. Sorry about that mix up. Compulse is just a really good in this format. It's one of my favorite traps this format. Actually, it's probably, in my opinion, the best trap this format. It's just because everybody XYZ is in synchros, and you're just like, whoop, just return it, and they're stuck, in a sense. Breakthrough skill. I want to run 2 because in my build on DevPro, I do run 2, and it's so much better. Breakthrough skill is a better card than Effect Veil or Phoenix Chain right now, in my personal opinion. Especially if you play against Constellar, Pleiades, you can use this on their turn and on your turn, so they basically don't get any effect off Pleiades. It works wonders. And Starlight Road to round off the traps. Now, for the extra deck, take a look at my Yada, my Sephiroth mat, my favorite. Anyways, got my 2 tokens. Inuyasha. I was a big fan of that show, but it's not why we're here. 3 Starlight Paladina. I was playing 2, but I do like 3 because this is almost an instant 6,000 damage if you get all 3 of these off. And it's just overall, it gets over anything. Whatever problem you're in, whether it be a Draco Sack, a big guy, just a big monster, you summon this guy, makes his attack 0, and when he's destroyed by your opponent, you get to draw a card. So, pretty good. 2 Omega. This is one of my MVPs. Every time I bring this guy out, they have to waste at least 2 resources to get rid of him. Sometimes, all I need is 2 of him, and I win the game. And I've done that multiple times, so. 1 Miststroke. Topia. Photon Operative. Thunderspark Dragon, because I don't really know what else to put in right now. I was testing on DevPro with some things, but for now I'll keep them in. Shockmaster. Oh, so good. When you can get them off against Prophecies, call spells, GG's. 1 Stardust. I was playing 2 at one point, but I do like 1. Sometimes if you get it off Starlight Road, you can use this effect as consistently, but with Pleiades running around and Compulsives running around, it kind of sucks sometimes. Crimson Blader, very good answer to Mermails and Dragons. Thought Ruler Archfiend. I like him also because he's an Eradicator target, which I always side. And his effect is pretty good, and it makes a lot of things miss timing. And last but not least, Scrap Dragon. Alright guys, that was a Thunder Family deck profile. Hope you guys like it. Thumbs it up, rate, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think of the deck profile. If you have any tips, like I said, I have tried pretty much everything with this deck, but I could always use other people's feedback. I don't mind. And yeah, so that's it for now. This is the one anti-hero, aka Kevin, checking out.